Recording right now. That's my shitty air guitar. I can't even get it.
I have the circular motion.
You do, yeah.
It's horrible.
I think it's pretty good.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Brooklyn Show. I am your host, Jonathan Tager, with the lovely Angela Mudo. I'm just going to start calling you Mudo. That's it.
Okay.
We're not doing the 5 names.
I think there's 3.
You keep adding names too. It's like it's a midlife crisis for you that we'll get to. We will get to Angela's midlife crisis in a minute. And I'd like to welcome David Kazemi. Cheers, man. Fellow real estate broker
David
extraordinaire.
Kazemi?
Kazemi.
I believe it's Persian. Am I right?
That is correct.
Thank you.
How is that spelled?
David Kazemi.
Ooh.
Well, you're non-Jewish Persian.
I am
right?
a non-Jewish person.
Which is rare. I don't meet those every day. Right?
Yeah, I suppose so. In this business, for sure.
In this business, for sure. I mean, you don't meet someone who's not Jewish in the real estate business.
No,
Very
it's not allowed.
Jewish people are in the real estate business?
No, you don't.
What?
Only in New York. Our listeners in Tallahassee are going to be like, I don't get that joke at all.
No.
In New York, it's just for all of those listeners in Tallahassee. If you are not Jewish and in real, well, no, I shouldn't say that, but there are a lot of Jews in real estate in New York. Let's just keep it there. So welcome, man. Welcome.
What's up?
How long
Thanks
we know
for-
each other now? How long we know each
Ooh,
other?
I don't know. At least 10 years, right? It's got to be something
Gotta be
like that.
like
This
10
is like
years.
rental days from apartments and lofts.
That's right. How did we meet? Well, you were always
Just through the biz, I guess, right?
through the biz, right? Yeah, you
Always
were showing your stuff or something.
The vice versa. More showing your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah, more like that.
Vice and versa. I remember, what'd you have? I remember you had that condo, the Belvederes.
That's right.
Were you doing the Belvederes?
I will do a lot of business with that guy, yes.
Dude, that one spot, what was the one on North 8th? North 8th?
9th.
North 9th. It was a good apartment, but let me tell you, not the most expensive, quality, I guess, construction quality, but the space and the location was like
9th and Driggs.
9th and Driggs.
No, I'm sorry, 9th and Berry.
Is that one of those? I don't remember. I remember showing it, being like, dude, I would live here.
I almost bought one of those.
Big, yeah.
I almost bought one of those. Those were cool. They've gotten better.
Yeah.
They've sort of we're like in a machine. It was like turning those things out like
There's Belvedere 1. How many do they have now?
50 something.
50 something Belvederes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
All from where to where? Not all in Brooklyn, are they all in Brooklyn?
Some in Ridgewood.
From where to
now,
where?
If you want to consider
Ridgewood,
Ridgewood.
Interesting.
They're doing stuff in Ridgewood now, but they're like all Greenpoint, Williamsburg. When I say Williamsburg, it's like 1 off the Bedford stop, 1 or 2 off the Lorimer stop, and 3 off of Graham, and then it's like Greenpoint.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
just
where-
so you know, they're all like these boutique condo buildings, and they're all called Belvedere.
Oh.
So it's like Belvedere 1, Belvedere 2, Belvedere 3.
They're
numerically.
The numbers are weird because now there's Belvedere 67.
Oh,
Because
that's not how many they have.
They don't necessarily correspond, but I used to always joke because they're Roman numerals.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Belvedere 30 because that's for adults only. And
I don't get it. Why would it?
Belvedere XXX.
XXX.
Belvedere 30.
I like that.
And then it actually came out. Belvedere 30 actually came out. And I was like, they never thought of that.
Alright.
And no one made that joke. I thought that was really weird.
And they're all condos?
Well, yeah, for the
All
most,
of them are condos.
for the most
You're
part.
selling all of them for them? No.
I do a lot. Off-market stuff.
I don't know. It's all public knowledge. We can look it up.
You can look it up. I do a lot of them.
It's like... you're acting like we were just asking Angela's personal life. Angela doesn't like to talk about her social life.
Well, I don't have one.
Yeah.
This is my
true.
this
You
is
have
my
a
social life. This is it.
You do have a social life.
Well.
You have a friend. I've seen you with a friend.
Well,
No,
hey,
you
friend.
have more than one friend. Actually, you're so nice that you have so many friends. If you had a birthday party, there would be so many people there.
You think so?
You've got so many friends. You got more friends than I have.
Oh, I doubt it.
Really? What do you say? How many friends do you have? Let's count.
Oh,
I mean, I can count the ones I know.
yeah.
Got Cat Lady from last week.
Margaret Dodge.
Margaret, that's 1. You got Danny Cohen, that's 2.
Yes. Danny.
I know. I don't even. I mean, we never hang out really, and I already know 2 of her friends. You couldn't name one of my friends. We got who else? Who else?
I could name your wife,
Hold
Jacqueline.
on, I'm not done. Well, my wife doesn't count as a friend.
Well, she should
She's
be
my
your
lover. She's my lover.
lover friend.
My lover. Like it.
Well, she should be your best friend.
You don't want to talk about what's going on today, because maybe Dave and I can help you.
Well,
Yeah.
we were talking about this a little before.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
the
we're
show.
here to help. This is free.
But I don't want
psychiatric.
you guys are
evaluation.
young,
Yeah,
and
How old?
I'm 41. 41 years old.
So is that 70,
75.
75.
75.
79?
You were born in 79. You were born what year?
1862.
1827.
Yeah. No, I graduated high school in 1975.
Wait, so you
Yeah,
went
just put it
west
into
during the
perspective.
gold rush,
Yeah.
and your family found gold, or you
Nuh-uh.
pan out a little bit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine back in the day to be doing that and getting a little bit of gold?
Some people did all
That would be
right.
pretty awesome.
So weird. You're just literally pulling money out of the ground.
Pulling money out of the ground.
I think there's a real estate analogy here. That's why people go into real estate. It's
Go into
like
real estate.
I think so, don't you? They think
find gold.
I'm gonna get that big deal and
That
become a
is true.
millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
It is like a needle in the haystack as far as New York real estate.
There's,
I mean,
look, working at Bond, Manhattan firm, 6
Yeah.
offices.
so let's discuss your career. Speaking of, sorry, not to cut you off.
Sure.
Well, let's start. So you've been in the business how long?
2002.
2002 is when you started. You started at Bond?
Yes.
Wow, so you've been with one company your whole career.
So weird, right?
Wow, that's
So
I mean,
weird.
It's unusual.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't think
I always found like it didn't matter. After a while, it was like, meh. Once you get your connections and do what you're gonna do, like I find that there's no difference. Because then on the flip side of things, there's agents, and we could probably cherry pick a bunch of guys right now or ladies, agents where they've been to 8 firms, and it's like they're doing the same business
Well, yes.
at each firm, and you're like,
Sure, you
hey,
do the
guess
same
what?
wherever, yeah.
It's not the firm, it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
If you
Interesting.
suck over here, you're gonna suck over
Yeah.
Well, you always say that.
I always
It's totally true.
It's
So-
totally
completely true.
interesting.
So with Bond, they were like these like cool guys,
Yeah.
We were like, we
How
would
many guys own Bond?
Well, it was 3, now it's 2.
Really? Okay. The other guy sold to the other 2, I guess.
Murdered him,
Really?
stuffed him in the trunk.
Smart.
Yeah,
That's smart.
like
Oh.
like that scene from Goodfellas.
Younger dudes?
That scene in Goodfellas when they opened the trunk and then they had to
Yeah.
like. That was actually.
So then Joe Pesci had to go in several other times.
They actually replicated what they did to the third guy.
Look, it's New York real estate.
Oh.
I believe it. So
I'm totally joking.
Did you
so
just
there's 2 oh, you're
confess
joking.
to your
I was totally joking
We
about it.
didn't know. We didn't know.
Oh.
By the way, in case I forget, because I know everyone's focused on these donuts,
Oh.
and I
Oh,
won't
yeah.
forget because Lloyd will remind me. But I want to thank Joe. If you,
Oh.
Have you had? I know you're
Oh,
a
they're
Green Point
delicious.
guy. You're a Peter Pan guy. You were saying.
Yeah, and Moe's now.
I'm telling you right now, and I've been to Peter Pan. I have not been to Moe's, but I've been to the other donut shops. And this is not just because they gave us free donuts today, but Dough Donuts, to me, I think is the best donut in the world.
Is there a dough around here? I know there's the one in Bed-Stuy.
There's the only dough I know of is the one on Franklin and Lafayette.
Yeah, that one.
But they sell everywhere. I mean, I've seen their
Oh.
donuts are everywhere. They sell them all over.
We get like lawyers do meetings at the Bond office and they bring it.
Sorry, say it again.
Like we get like lawyers and mortgage brokers to do like their meetings at Bond.
And they bring
dough
dough.
donuts. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're. Have you ever had a dough donut?
I don't think I
You want a
have.
dough donut? I think you know what? Because you're a little upset. I'm going to tell our viewers. Angela's a little upset because she's turning 60, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, look. I mean, it's happening.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And
It's
I've ruined my life.
why have you ruined your life?
Well,
She's being serious. Don't
no, I'm
laugh,
serious.
David,
No, I
don't.
have, I have chronic depression.
Yeah, you do have chronic.
Yeah. And we were talking about that before the
You're
show.
so nice, and you're always so uppity.
Oh.
So for someone who's clinically depressed,
I am,
I'd say
I'm
you're
on
a pleasure to
medication.
be around.
You seem fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You seem
Do
very
I?
like
No,
happy.
she does seem fine, but the
But
more
I'm
you
really
get to
not.
know her, you're like, oh my god,
She's
there must
crazy.
be a lot of of sickness there
Thank you.
that we don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
No, there is.
Jonathan helps me.
I try to.
You've got a very good attitude.
Well,
Is
thank
it
you.
all attitude in real estate?
A lot of it is because it's a big roller coaster ride, isn't it? You have good days and bad days, right?
Good days and bad days.
Good things happen and bad things happen.
I was saying before, I joke around with my wife.
Yeah.
Where if like a deal goes south or something bad happens, I just say like, guess what? We're living in the car. She rolls her eyes at me.
She's like, we're
But-
not living in the car.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, so what
Is it
would
a
you
nice
say
car?
is the secret to longevity in this business? So you've been doing this, what you said, what, 8
2002.
No, it's 2002, so you're in this 15 years.
Yeah.
So what is the longevity? If you were talking to young agents just starting out in the business, what would you tell them? What would you tell them to do?
I mean, wow. I mean,
What would
my approach is just like, you don't have to. I'm not so salesman-y. That's nice.
Yeah.
And like I would say, here's my advice. Here, this is actually what I tell people.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own sort of shtick and their own thing that they're good at,
Yeah.
and what makes them appealing to a buyer or a seller, and just like find your way, and then just try to do that. You're never going to make everyone happy. You're not going to get all the listings. You're going to lose some. You're going to get some. So just do your way.
How do you get your listings? So how the relationships you have with developers or owners or whatnot, right?
Sure.
How did you conjure those relationships? Were they phone calls? Were they?
Yeah, I'm not a great cold caller
Yeah.
either.
So how do you make contact?
Well, look, now that I'm 15 years deep in the business, so now
The
it's
Belvedere guy. How'd you meet him?
sign on the building, condos for sale.
You say that all the time.
Condos for sale. Sign on the building.
Hi, I'm in real estate in Manhattan. Can I advertise your apartments? Yes. Thanks.
That's
I got lucky. Yeah. So I
So
got.
it was an open
By the way,
listing.
no matter what anybody says,
Yeah.
there's always an element of luck in the beginning,
Yeah.
and everyone's got lucky with something, or there was a defining moment that sort of flipped, and then things happened for them. That happens all the time too, and then from there it just sort of compounded, and then business begets business, and then
I mean, you could
good
call it
attitudes
luck.
get. This is an element of
You
it.
could call it luck, but you know what?
10%.
And this is my opinion. You gotta be there.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you picked up the phone and called the guy,
Yes.
right? That's you were there.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even pick up the phone to make that call, and then they're like, oh, I don't get any business. Like, what do you expect them to call you?
Yeah.
They're not calling you. You want business, so you better pick up the phone and try and get the business.
So
fine.
and we did talk about this before, like
Yeah.
the part timers. I want to just get some easy money and do a couple of quick deals. It's like, really,
total waste of time.
total waste of time. It's like, if you go with, like I said this before, if you go in with like realistic expectations about what a part-time agent is,
Yeah.
and like what you're gonna do, if you're gonna be a part-time agent and be your side business and make $70,000,
Yeah.
that's like literally never gonna happen. And I was saying this before. Look, Bond's 6 offices and 500 agents, whatever it is. I've seen it all. 15 years at the firm. You see like these people come in, sort of like hustle and I'm going to take over the business. And you're like, cool.
Think about it.
That's hilarious. And then they'll do like this one-off deal. They do this $2.5-3 million deal, and then like 6 months later, he's like serving you a beer, or like serving you and your wife dinner, like as a waitress, and you're like, hey,
Walking
what
the
happened?
dog.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh,
I just wasn't working out. And then I took my huge commission check and bought rims for my hoverboard.
Back on the rims.
Back on that.
I got rims for my hoverboard, and now I'm, so like I've seen that.
Well,
a
think
lot.
about it. You've been doing this for 15 years.
Yes.
Okay? So you've seen people come and go. In your 15-year career, let's call it 100%. Let's go percentages, right? How many people are still around? What percentage of people that you've met are still around?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Like, how many people are like me that we've known each other a
Yeah.
long time? Right? How many people have stayed in the business for a minimum of 5 years?
Maybe like half? Is
Half.
that a lot? I don't know. Maybe half?
Half is probably a lot, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think half's a lot.
Half-ish?
I mean, here's the thing, right? And don't get misconstrued. Well, I've been in management a little more, so I've like hired and seen people left and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I know a lot of people now because I've been doing this a long time. But if you think about the people who are like come in, I mean, I would say a year, 2 years is like the average.
Yeah.
But that's probably right. I would say half are always there, and then half are constantly changing.
I mean, we've all been there too. In this 15 years, there was definitely a breaking point where I was like, holy shit! If I don't, this month doesn't pan out.
Yeah.
I might have to go elsewhere. Like that. You have like 2 bad months when you're doing like rentals and stuff like that. You're like, oh my god. Then you get your break or you get a deal, and then a lot of it's attitude. It's like ups and downs. You go on a roll. It's like
What do you do every day as far as getting new business?
I don't know if I do it every day for new business,
You
but
don't do it every day.
I'm weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, what's your number one thing that you do for new business?
I mean, you drive around, you see signs, you take.
Dave's so badass. He just calls
I
people
love that.
and he just goes over to him. He's like, "Yo, fucking hire me, dude. Fucking hire me."
Do you know
They're
who
like,
totally.
Do you know?
I'm not gonna mess with you.
Do you know who I am?
Look at this guy.
By the way, there was because there was one
It's all
listing
attitude.
that I where I don't want to get too into it, but basically, she had a listing
Yeah.
and they were
Who,
doing
this is a client.
old client. This was a few years, 2007-ish.
Someone that you know,
2007-ish, yeah. So,
Yeah, so
she had her buildings
Yeah.
too, about 15 units total on Power
Yeah.
Street,
though. Okay.
and they were doing it by owner. And someone from Bond was like, these look like something that you deal with.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? It says by owner. This is an awful ad, like totally unprofessional in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I called. Oh, we're not Cobra. This kind of local nonsense you hear. I literally, I was like,
But it was the owner?
it was
Like
the
by
it was like
owner?
the owner's like secretary or whatever.
Yeah.
And literally, I was like, do you know who I am? I literally said that. I'm like, do you know who I am? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I've sold XYZ amount of apartments in Greenpoint through this guy.
Yeah.
Put me in touch with this person. She gets on the phone, come in for a meeting.
What do you mean you sold through this guy? What is that?
Like the Belvedere stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I've sold like 15. This was that many years ago. I was like, sold like 25 of these things. Like, you should take my call. And then she calls me in, and it's like, so you did a lot of business with this guy. So
She just knew.
she also was doing them, but she did her own thing. They sort of split apart, and he was doing his, and she was doing hers.
She was making more Belvederes.
He was, but she was doing.
He was, and she was.
She just did she did this one on her own.
But it was a Belvedere.
Yes.
Got it.
So that was like part of their agreement during the split.
Got it.
Business association is nothing else other than that.
Actually,
So then literally, I was like,
It's a smart thing to
she's
do.
like, so what do you want from me? I was like, give me the exclusive. She was like, okay.
That was it.
I was like, cool, here it is. And she was like, shh. And I was like, cool, I just have 14 new apartments to sell right now.
That was it.
That was it.
Bam.
Bam. And my
Did she try to talk you down on the commission?
of course.
So that.
But like,
that
you're 26 years old in the business. You're like, cool, whatever. I have 14 apartments to sell.
Yeah, you're doing the math. You're doing the quick math.
Yeah, and build your business. That's it. By the way, some advice for the newbies.
Yeah.
Like, don't get obsessed with the money. Money comes and goes. Do the business. Do the deals.
Yeah,
The money-
every deal grows to another deal and another deal and another.
Exactly. Everything compounds itself. And then you'll get your big break, and then eventually something will
That's the
happen.
problem now is everyone now. I find the younger agents now they want to get rich quick, right? So that they want like.
I
every
saw
deal to
Ryan
be
Serhart
80%,
on $1 million
yeah.
listing, and I want to do that tomorrow. It's like, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Those are like the 3 best agents in the world, and you're like, I want to do that too. It's like, that's cool. I want to be in the NBA. That's never going to happen. So it's sort of like
Do you want a donut, by the way?
later.
You want one? I think you should have one now.
If you think I should,
I feel like you should have one now.
because I'm not fat enough.
Well, no, because you're just upset. I feel like it might make
Oh.
you happy. The
I'll split one with
one's
you.
Pretty
Oh, I
hardcore.
love that.
We'll do like one. I'll do this. I want to do
Yeah,
this.
they look amazing.
They're
I mean,
unbelievable. I promise you.
Which one? Which one
I
would
think
you?
it's
I want chocolate.
I mean, chocolate.
These are from Dough,
Here, should we?
D-O-U-G-H.
I mean, can we just rip it in half? Do we need to really cut it?
No, not really.
No,
Just rip it. We can
we're
rip it in
informal
Let's just
here
rip
at the
it.
shop.
Just rip it. I mean, this is live.
Here on the
Yeah, this
yeah.
is a fucking donut. Just
It's a-
you know.
This is the Brooklyn show. We rip it in half.
So now getting back to.
Oh, look at that.
Wow,
That's
pretty good.
technique.
You totally gave me the smaller.
Yeah, you want the bigger one?
No.
You want some of this?
I totally don't actually. I'm on a
I
very
like it
strict
small.
diet. I'm on a very strict diet.
Lloyd,
Let's
can
see
I
the
give you?
taste test.
It's like a tradition.
Have you ever had a no donut?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have.
It smells great. It's your
pretty
regular
solid,
kind of
right?
donut. With,
Pretty good.
yeah.
You want to hear my best real estate story?
Yes,
Tell me your
it
best
is.
real estate story.
Long Island City.
Yeah.
When Long Island City was like nothing,
Yeah.
this building came out.
How long ago? How many years ago is this?
07, like during like the craze, was that like 05, 06, like this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Before the world fell apart in 09.
Yeah.
Um,
So what do you
maybe I had
think?
some listings out there. I'm talking to these guys.
Yeah.
And this building was coming out. And I was talking to these guys. And I'm like, look, the first open house is on Sunday. Starts at 1. I think we should get there at 11 a.m.
Who are you talking to?
Just like some buyers.
Yeah.
And I think I was driving them around, showing them different things. And it was like, hey, and 2 of my other finance buddies want to do this too. I'm like, great, we'll do like a little caravan. I'll just drive them around in my car. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And then we're done with our tour or whatever. Like I show them 2 or 3 places. And I'm like, look, the new place is coming out. First open house is on Sunday. Starts at 1. Why don't we get there at 11 just to get online? They like looked at me like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, just hear me out. Just show up at 11. All right. We show up at 11. There's like 25 people online.
Wow.
So people online, like they're buying Tickle Me Elmos. They're buying like $600, $500, $400,000 apartments in Long Island City in
Wow.
2006.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So the first round, they released 20 apartments in this like 50-unit building. We're like numbers 23, 24, 25. Literally, the first 20 apartments sold in 10 minutes.
What?
People were just walking in there and be like, I'll take 6A, I'll take 12D, like whatever apartments were released.
Yeah.
And these dudes were like, is this for real? I'm like, this is what's happening in LIC. This is what it is.
Yeah.
So then
It's amazing.
They were
the
like,
next
let's-
round,
Let's buy a building.
the next round comes
Yeah.
out after this thing happens, and they were like, all right, we're in. Now we're sold. Now we're going to just buy these apartments. So like next week, let's do it, same thing. Like, what time do you want to get here? They were like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you want to get here at 3 o'clock in the morning? They're like, let's get here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that's what he said to me. I'm like, you want to get here at 3 o'clock in the morning? He was like, yeah. He's like, you want to get these deals? I'm like, I want to get these deals. He's like, see you at 3 a.m. I'm like, sweet. Showed up at 3 a.m. And we were like the 3rd person online.
Oh my.
Third person online at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Was
And then
it like
literally,
3
and then
a.m.?
literally it was like 1, 2, 3. It was like, which apartment are you buying?
So wait,
And they were
what's
like,
that?
oh, we're buying a 4B, and then you're
So everyone
buying.
slept out over there on the
Yeah, just hanging
sidewalk?
out in Queens Plaza.
Oh.
And then literally the doors opened, and we came in, and the broker started doing her spiel, and I was literally like, hey, hey, we're good. 7A, 2D.
Did you get the apartment?
Yeah, sold 3 apartments. And then while we were online,
This
Oh.
is worthwhile.
because you're talking to people, you're just online for fucking 10 hours.
Yeah.
Some guy was like, I like you. You're cool. You want to be my broker? So I didn't solicit it. I know my rules.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you asking me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, sure. So I did 4 deals in one day.
Oh my.
Did 4 deals in one day at 3 o'clock. I called my sales manager at the time. He was like, I don't understand. I had to explain it to him like 4 times. I'm like, you stayed online at 3 o'clock in the morning for 8
You know what it
hours.
is though? You know what it is though? You can't teach that. That's instinct.
That's instinct.
That's instinct, but it's also
That's
like
true.
you need to know when to engage. Remember in Top Gun, when Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
He was like, "No, engage, Maverick, engage," and he was like, "No, it's no good. It's no good. I'm out." Right? You got to know when to engage, and you obviously knew, and that's
Yeah.
That's
Well, probably was one of those guys like me. They're like young guys and stuff. And I wasn't like super salesman-y with them, and I was listening to like Tupac in the car with them.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't care about like being PC and normal about these kind of things. And they were probably like, this guy's for real.
Yeah, like he's not. No, but well, that's the thing with you too. Like you're just like, this is what it is. Like, do you want to buy an apartment or do you not want to buy an apartment? If you don't want to buy an apartment, stop wasting my fucking time.
I'm not even like that either. I'm like, well, that's cool. You know, that's fine. I'm not even like that hard about it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like behind.
Well, no, but
Yeah.
there's no hard sell from you.
No.
You're not either buy it, don't buy it. Like I'm not, I'm not here to push you. No one's gonna buy an apartment because you're pushing them to buy an apartment.
Are there?
I don't think I've ever.
costs too much.
I don't think I've ever
No.
like sold an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you influence and you say good things.
Yeah.
Oh, they play like this and
No,
that.
it should sell
But in
itself.
terms of just like
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
salesman-y kind of stuff.
No,
Is
that's-
anybody really super salesman-y anymore? You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really?
All the time. You walk
Oh,
in,
okay.
you walk
'Cause
into like a
that's not-
300 square foot New York City
Yeah.
apartment. Let me show you around. It's like they're 300 square
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
I think I can
They're
handle.
super salesman
I think I can
type.
handle.
There are, huh? Okay.
You know. All right, so you know what time it is? It's time for price it out.
Price it out.
All right, so now here's what we're gonna do. Right,
Oh.
you need a napkin. Here, I'll get you a napkin. Or Lloyd, can you get us a napkin?
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lloyd.
sir.
Those dough donuts were good.
Those dough donuts were good. Corner of Franklin and Lafayette in Clinton Hill or Bed-Stuy. I mean, it's really the border, but I call that Clinton Hill. And
Thank you
also,
so much, Lloyd.
if you want to go to Smorgasburg in Williamsburg on Saturdays, they have dough donuts there as well, and they also sell them in Dumbo. In Dumbo, am I correct? Yes, Dumbo, because they moved the Brooklyn Flea now is in
Yeah.
Dumbo. It used to be near me in Clinton Hill, but now it's in Dumbo. So anyway, check out Dough Donuts in Brooklyn. They will come up. Best donut in the world. All right, so let's go to this. We always pick 2 apartments
Okay.
that are being sold, and I'll go over both. We crossed out the price tag, so
Okay.
you got to pick which one's more expensive.
Sweet.
Okay.
I know my stuff, so this will be
Okay.
interesting.
You're
So
gonna-
here's 622 Grand Avenue.
Yeah.
It's in Crown Heights. It's a studio, 1.5 bathrooms. Common charges are $400. Taxes are $1,000. It's a lot of tax.
Is that monthly? God damn, that's a lot. That's 12 grand a year.
Yeah, I wonder.
For that hood?
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. It sounds like a lot, but anyway, okay, we'll see. By the way, those are mistakes that agents do make all the time. So for all those owners and developers, it does matter who you have representing you because those mistakes, I see them all the time.
Pricing
and that'll
mistakes?
cost you like half of your lease.
Like putting
right there.
annual
Like,
taxes
yeah,
on
putting
the-
annual taxes instead of the monthly, where monthly is supposed to go.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you, $1,000
That's
a
probably
month
not-
for a studio in Crown Heights.
That's probably not
That's
accurate.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
So anyway, but still, $100 a month or like $80 a month sounds too low too. So anyway, there could be an abatement. So we got 20 Henry Street in Brooklyn Heights. It's 732 square feet. Another condo. $700 are the common charges and $500 are the taxes. That sounds about right. All right, so let's take a look. What do you think? Grand?
I know that I think I
Grand.
know that this grand one, and I know it's like super expensive.
Oh.
Condo. We're apples to apples here.
We're apples to apples. It's condo and condo.
Well,
I mean,
I would
I
go
gotta
Bro-
go Brooklyn Heights.
have to
over.
go
Well, let me look at
Brooklyn
the
Heights.
pictures here.
They both.
I gotta go to Brooklyn.
What's
I
the
gotta
square
go Brooklyn
footage
Heights.
difference?
This one doesn't
It's
have it listed.
one doesn't have listed.
Oh.
Oh wait, 767 private yard,
Oh.
660 feet where you open the kitchen.
How do you have a private yard and not?
This is
have
1,000
auto?
feet, 1,069.
The one in Crown Heights is 1,000.
Downstairs is so there you go, 469 down. Oh, so there you go. And it's got that yard.
Yeah, and that's the Crown Heights one.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna go with Brooklyn Heights.
I think I'm.
There's-
I think
there's
I'm
more.
going. I think I'm going. I think I'm gonna go Brooklyn Heights.
Are you going Brooklyn?
Or I'm going to
Heights?
say Crown Heights, just because
You're right,
just to
you're
mix it
right.
up. But it's going to be Henry Street.
$750 for the one in Brooklyn Heights.
Okay.
And the one in Crown Heights is $865.
What?
Wow, look at that.
865.
Did I win?
Come on, give me get out of here. Let me see
Wow,
that.
yeah, look
I
at that. Angela, you won. See, don't you feel
I
better?
won.
Don't you feel better?
I'm surprised.
That's
I-
mildly misleading though, because there was a lot of information there that we didn't figure out. But anyway, let's keep going.
1,129 feet.
All right, we got 180 Richard Street in Red Hook. This is 1,600 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath condo. I'll let you take a look at that one. And then we've got Cobble Hill, 401 Hicks Street, 1,200 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath. I mean, I think it's hard to not go with the Cobble Hill one, but let's see.
Which is
Let me see this one again.
Cobble Hill.
401 Hicks though. That's like that. That's that building.
I know
like, right on
exactly
the.
what that is.
That's right on the BQE, right? That's that weird one.
Oh. I was thinking, it's on the BQ.
Triplex
The
with
one-
2 beds, den, 2 baths. Wow.
I'm going Red Hook.
Is that the
All right, you're
weird
gonna go Red Hook's more.
overpass
You're gonna say
thing?
Red Hook's more.
I'm going Red Hook. That's 1,600 feet.
Yeah, 1,600.
And how many-
feet.
wait,
Let me
how many
see
on
this
that one?
again.
12.
16. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Right.
I'm with you on this one too. I think I'm gonna go Red Hook. 401 Hicks. I think you're right. I think it is right on the BQE.
Yeah.
That's that building, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna go with Red Hook. You're gonna go with Cobble Hill just to be different.
Sure,
again?
I will. I am.
Fucking Ludo. So 1395 for the Red Hook and 1495
Oh man,
for Cobble Hill. See,
0 for 2. How do I
I
stay
really,
in this business?
I wanted to go for the Cobble Hill one. It's a harder game. It's a harder game than you know. We're very hard.
I'm like the
over it.
worst realtor ever.
All right, so here we go. 35
No.
Underhill in Prospect
I
Heights.
am, and I'm winning.
We all know where this is. That actually,
I know that
I was
building.
in there not too
Okay.
long ago. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet.
This is the one with the crazy high ceilings?
Yes.
Yeah, I know
And then
this
there's
apartment.
another very similar. Wow, this is very good because these are very similar architecture here. Both have 20-foot ceilings.
Oh, okay.
And this one's in Park Slope, 3-bed, 2-bath condo on 16th Street. Wow, 16th Street.
That's 200. That's 200. The
Kinda
200
good.
block.
1556 square feet.
Yeah.
Both 3-bed, 2-bath, 900 common charges. I'm gonna ride the common charges and say the place with the higher common charges has the higher price tag. But other than that, they're pretty similar. Although the building at Underhill does look nicer to me.
I know this apartment through a funny story, but I can't say anything.
Yeah, you can totally say something. We love talking shit about people on this show.
Did you kill somebody there too?
Ludo wouldn't even. She wouldn't even tell us what's really going on.
Oh, I'll tell you
This is
later.
the duplex, and this is the. I'm going. Oh, that's a pretty nice place.
All right, today.
I'm going Underhill. I'm going Underhill.
You gonna go Underhill?
Yeah.
Where are you going? I'm gonna go slow. I'm going with the slow. I'm going with the common charges.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, rip it out. What do you got?
1395.
1595. Wow.
Hey, 1 for 3.
I think I was over for 3 tonight. Wow.
I'll keep my job. I'll keep my day job.
Keep your day job.
Woo!
Keep your day job.
So I know the Underhill. The cellar. I know the cellar.
Should we put the
Okay, that's
donuts
great.
right here?
Yeah, put the donuts right there. You want another one?
Building is like, man.
Let's
Totally
display
want
the
another one, yeah.
donuts.
The building's meh.
Donuts.
What do you think about the market right now? What do you think's going on?
So I have, I'm working with some buyers right now, like in the 800 range.
Yeah.
And they're like sprawled out, a little too sprawled out. But every place we're going to is it's like back to the old days again. It's like everything in this price range. It's funny that the starter apartment price range is now like 800,000. That's the starter apartments now.
Yeah.
Bidding wars nonstop, and we keep losing, or we're just like, look, we already know there's gonna be 10 bids here, we're out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very qualified buyers, like potential cash or non-mortgage contingent kind of
Are
deals.
they going in heavy?
Yes. No, they're not going in heavy, but they're doing non-mortgage contingent.
Non-mortgage contingent.
Yeah.
And they're still losing?
Sometimes they're not even bidding because they're like, because like I think we've been doing some co-ops, and now they're sort of retracting from that because they realize it's like 2 out of 5 years. And one of the co-ops in Borum Hill was talking about they wanted 24 months, like mortgage and common charge payments after closing, and it was like what?
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
though.
Really?
24 months?
Wow.
I've seen it.
For the apartment we looked at, it came out to like 95. It came out to like 95 grand after 20% down.
Dude, we're out of time. Can you believe that?
Damn.
Can you believe that? I know. It's been, we're out of time.
You know,
It was a great show. That was it.
this was our best show yet. You're
For
our
real?
best guest
She
yet.
says that every time.
Because
But it was a really great show.
it's true.
It's great.
Does she say that every time?
She's the hard sell. She's the hard
Because
sell.
but you are really the best guest yet.
The best guest we had.
Best looking too.
Ugh.
She's totally gonna friend
That
you on
sucks, Lee.
Facebook, and she's gonna send come-ons. You have no idea.
Sweet.
Yeah, I will.
Nice.
We actually had an agent here who was like in his 45,
45.
mid-40s, and he was totally like, she's like, this guy's hitting on me on Facebook. I'm like, there's no
He
way.
didn't- Jonathan
this guy's
didn't believe
hitting
it.
on you. I went and like she showed me the chat. He was hitting on her, dude, for sure. Like there's no doubt in my mind that he was trying to get a piece. On that note,
Yeah, and he did.
so on that note, totally, I'm gonna leave everyone.
Hi, Matt De Silva.
Just dropping names, hey.
He's very
Guys, thank you for coming. Always a pleasure.
Thank
Dude,
you.
always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week, who's our guest next week, Wood? Do we have one?
cute. Is it Malcolm?
No, I believe it's Adam Lipinstein.
Oh, that's right. Adam's gonna be
The
here.
lawyer?
No, he works for a
racist.
management company. He's a lawyer. Yeah, just because he's Jewish. I told you,
Is
it's
that
the
what-
real estate business. We're all Jews. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in
And that's the way it
to the
should be.
Brooklyn Show. Again, I'm Jonathan Tager Angeluto. Thank you to David Kazemi.
Donuts.
And Dough Donuts. Definitely to
Donuts.
Dough Donuts. Best donut. I'm not just saying that. Best donut in the world.
Oh,
Everybody, peace.
Mama likes.
Sam Solis.
Mama likes.
Sam Solis.
Mama likes.